Struggles.
Well, that took a minute, and I probably messed up the time lapse a couple times, but sometimes you gotta commit to the bit. So there's my bridge. This is gonna allow people to cross over to this little island here. And, oh, almost paused it, right? If I can pause it when I have 500 gold, I can purchase a new parcel. There we go, paused. These are all pretty good. I think what I've done in a previous playthrough of this one is grab this hexagon right here. It's a good place to start building industry and, you know, a little woodcutting cycle, I guess. You can get foresters who will replant, and then we can have a lot of the jobs right here, and then build up the housing over here as we go forward. So yeah, that's good. Got 3 parcels, got a bridge, had some new people come in during the bridge building. Was able to put them to work right away. We got 3, call them carpenters, but they're sawyers, I guess. Pretty cool. These are kind of some new updates from the last little version. A little more eye candy, which is pretty nice. Alright, next on the mission, build a Lord Manor. I'm going to go ahead and do that over here. Just about anywhere will do. Lord Manor. This is one of those buildings that has several parts. And the manor, the church, and the tavern basically all have a core that you need to start with. Everything else is an extension. And you get more extensions as you play along, more decorative things. So the Lord's Manor actually increases desirability of residential areas. So that area of effect is going to be within that green circle. So click to place it once, and then you can click and drag to make it as tall as you want. Which you can get pretty ridiculous with it. But I think I'm just going to go to 10. It gets more expensive. The total cost, planks, which doesn't look like much now, but you can get carried away. It's definitely happened. This doesn't need to be that big. I'm going to take it back down. For every building to be even functional, you need a door. So I could start construction now if I wanted to. But what I want to do is add a wood extension. That's going to be the bailiff's office. It's centered. And I'll raise that up a little bit. The really cool about this building thing is you can make some really organic looking structures. And, you know, I won't say sky's the limit, but it's can get pretty up there. So this is going to cost me 67 planks, 21 stone, and it'll take a little while to build. I'm going to pause real quick because I missed some. Do I have unemployed? I have one unemployed person. Put them in the stonecutter camp because that's going to go fast. Cool. Yeah, let's try the time-lapse thing again. It's gonna get ridiculous. And nothing really is gonna change until this is done, so. Let's get the builders on it. And there we go, the Lord Manor is complete. It's a nifty looking little house. And it says several functions, things that need to be done. So if we go to our list here, we need to assign a Great Hall. So we have the core, the wood extension, and the tower, and these are kind of treated as 3 different buildings. We'll make the core the Great Hall. We'll make the wood extension the bailiff's office. We'll name a bailiff. This is a person who either goes out and curries favor with your trade partners, or goes out to research deposits in the rocks for things like gold, iron, marble, things like that. We'll go ahead and start with Patricia. And we got some money, so I can select a mandate. For now, it'll just be gain influence with our trade partners. And she'll be gone for a little while. And then tower. So at the moment, we can only hold 500 gold. As we make this the treasury, it's now 1100. And that has to do, the capacity for the treasury has to do with how tall you make the tower or the building. So if the building itself was, if we made it as high as possible, we could easily just increase our wallet to whatever we wanted. Cool, so that's built. So now we have to wait for the end of the month, which happens pretty soon. And we'll try out some promotions. I won't spend all the money right away like I wanted to. One other thing I forgot to do when I bought this new parcel was to set up these zones. So we'll set up everything for extraction. Thing for residential. Just to get it out of the way. And reforestation. Start this right here. You can still build things in here. People can still build houses. But the forester will just build, plant trees in between them. And then the benefit of having a forester replant trees is that you can just have a lumber cycle. So now we have promotions available. And this is a new thing, which is nice. So we want to promote them to serf. These are all the residents at the moment. You have 3 unemployed people. Oh my god. So you can choose to just promote all of them, which, sometimes works. But as you get up to 100 or 200 people, it starts to get expensive. And as they get promoted, they have new demands. So this is where you control how fast you want to play the game. You can just promote nobody. So far as I can tell, nobody gets too upset if you don't promote a bunch of people. And you get to do promotions every month, which if you play at 3x speed is like every 5 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and promote everybody here just to see what it does. I like this new panel. It tells you how much it costs. It didn't before. Kind of just guessing and hoping that you had enough money to pay everybody. That's cool. So we got 3 unemployed people. Immediately put someone as a miner. Ooh, we got a bunch of new stuff unlocked. Let's pause and look at that real quick. So we have a warehouse is something I need to build right now. Probably need to make 2 of those. And each warehouse or granary takes 4 employees to run at full efficiency. So they're pretty expensive, but they work the best when they're fully employed. Yeah. Stonemason hut makes smooth stone, which you can actually sell on the trade platform, which is good, which is something I need to open up again. Wheat farm grows wheat. Windmill grinds the wheat into flour. Bakery bakes the flour into bread. So that's a product chain we can set up. Coal hut burns wood into coal, which can be used in pretty much every other industrial process that comes after this. So I'll want to do that, but it also has a big red circle around it, so I want to build it pretty far away from where I want people to live. Iron smelter takes iron ore and iron ingots, and a blacksmith will take that iron and create tools, which at the moment we are trading for. Some structures require more tools than others, and it's just an expendable thing. You can't just get a bunch of tools and keep them. They get used in processes. And then these will come to us in a little bit. What else do we have here? Decorative stuff. Adds splendor, I think, but other than that, not very useful. Rustic church. We will need a church soon. I'll do that after I set up the warehouses. So the happiness of the people is dependent on their their food availability, their residence availability. Looks like people are already, because I promoted people, they're expanding, which is cool. Happiness, their access to clothing, which will come in a little bit as soon as we get that started up, and then church. You got to build a lot of churches in this game. They have a limited proximity, and it seems silly to build them so close to one another. Well, they have a limited capacity too. So once you get to like 100 people and you have a church that only holds 20, people are going to start getting unhappy really fast. Yeah, let's set up some warehouses. I'm going to set them up over here, so they're a little far away from, the town center where we want the housing to get really big. And eventually I'll move the sawmill and the lumber yard over here as well, because they're both red rings. They're like things that will push people away from living there. So let's build a couple warehouses. You can see that big red ring. You can put it right here, and this will be. It doesn't matter what you put in each warehouse, but I'll kind of designate this one as the stone and the smooth stone warehouse. And then I'll put another warehouse right next to it that will be for everything wood, basically. And just to kind of like amplify the aesthetic of the game, I will, turn this around, make it a little off. One thing they boast about in this game is that it's not on a grid, which is really nice. I really like the way this thing grows organically. It makes it much more appealing and replayable. Because you're going to build something different every time. And then the people are going to build something different every time. And then, yeah, it's just good. I really like this game. I like where it's going. I've spent a ridiculous amount of time playing it already. Not proud of it, but I'm not sad either. Let's see, we got 4 unemployed people. Need to get some more jobs available. The warehouses will do exactly that. And you can see the workplace list here. The numbers are green, which means they're fully, at full capacity at each job. The target next to each name will, snap the camera right to the place, which is cool because it gets, it gets really busy. The more you pick up, the more you start cool. So I'll go ahead and assign 2 people here. Whoops, I wanted 2. We'll get that worked out. But we'll set stone, tools. I'm going to start trading soon. That's what I'll do next. Smooth stone, and maybe 1 more stone. It's pretty rare. Well, not rare, but you'll see there's each of these slots only hold 100 of whatever you put in it. Sometimes some things stack up really fast, but it doesn't mean that you're at max capacity, because I think each work location can hold 100 as well. And the only reason that it gets moved to the warehouse is that one of these transporters takes it to the warehouse, so it can either be sold or used in another project. And it looks like even our next mission is to create a new trade route. So got this warehouse here. We'll send this person, move this person over there. And this will be our wood. Planks. And we got tools over here. So like this planks as well. And this system is pretty cool. You can leave these tabs up. You can move around the map. You can watch them. You can zoom into them. And this is where you can ultimately demo them if you wanted to. And we'll do that in a little bit as we start to design our little town square. Still got 1 unemployed person. Interesting. All right. Just fill that out. So, what next? We got our wood stacking up, got our stone stacking up, got some tools. Trade. Alright, planks. So we get, 65 planks just hanging out. Got 20 available to open up the trade. It costs 20, so you lose that. Not a huge deal. A lot of stuff coming. Yeah. So these are the neighboring cities that will trade with you. We have a couple more to open up as we move forward. And then trading a resources panel. This is, again, not the most intuitive UI. I would like to see something a little better, and I have some ideas, but it's workable. This is, each item you can set it up to no trade. You can buy up to the number. You can sell everything above the number, so you can make sure you keep enough for yourself. It's pretty straightforward, but I would like to see a history of what is selling and what is moving. And the only indication of who's buying anything is what it says they're buying. Yeah, there's just, it would be nice to be able to track the history of what is selling and what isn't. Yeah. But for now, it wants us to buy tools. So we'll buy 10 tools. And that sets up the first trade route. So we have tools coming in. And then I have them stored in this warehouse. This will store up 200. Alright. Everything's moving along. Got unemployed people. I'll just pop them into any open space at the moment. What's next? Quest. Oh, we got a free territory, that's right. So after we set up the trade route, I'll pause it real quick. Get to add 1 free parcel. 1 free hex. Come over here. I just like, there's no other reason than I just like the thought of the island. I kind of want to build up a town, put up a wall, and make something aesthetically pleasing. But Takes time. My gaming sessions in this have gone easily 10-12 hours before I even realize the sun's gone down. So, highly addictive, highly engaging. Really like it. I've played through several times now, or, four or five. But, it's an alpha, so new things are going to keep coming. Each time a new big release comes, I'm going to play it again. It's good stuff.